Hello, distinguished participants. My name is Olatunji Folami, and I'll be your facilitator for this section. And in this section, we'll be looking at preparation of Google form. By the end of this lesson, I expect us to be able to create and prepare our data using Google form. Now, what do we need to know about using Google form to get data online? Data remains the lifeline of any institution of learning. And with the dynamic nature of the society, getting data through the manual method of physically administering research instruments to the participant might not be appropriate enough to cope with the ever increasing challenges of the digital age. As a stakeholders in our various institutions, you need to acquire competencies on how to use technology to reach many participants and generate data from a distance. And using this Google form allows you to do that effectively. Google Form is an online technology platform provided by Google to get data from target population even from the comfort of your office. Your respondents only need the Google link, which will be filled and submitted online. You can then download the responses and analyze for decision making. There are steps to follow. Prepare your content like you prepared a questionnaire. And in this Google form, you need to retype this content or questionnaire to Microsoft Word so that it will be easier for you to copy and paste to the form. You open a Gmail account. Gmail account is the easiest way to get into this Google form. Click on Google Apps and select Forms. I'll be showing us on how to do that in the practical section. Click on Blank Form. Edit and format the Google form like you want. You get the link. Then after, you download your responses. Now, permit me to go to the Gmail account. This is my Gmail account. You look at this place. This is the Google app. You click on this Google app. When you click on this Google app, a dialog box will appear. So on this dialog box, just click on Forms. Forms will take you to another tab. This is the page on the other tab. Then you click on blank templates. So the blank template will take you to this environment, to this page. On this page, you can do so many things on this page. But the first thing we should do on this page is to rename our title form. In doing that, we can rename it from here or from here. But let's remain as from here. So let's just rename our title form. We can just call it, because of what we are doing now, we can just simply call it BEBL registration form. That's what I want to call it, registration form. Then if you look below it, you will see form description. You can click on that form description just to tell your participant what this form is all about. You can just simply type, this form is to serve as a registration template for the West Africa projects. After doing that, we have to customize this page, and in doing that, look at this icon. It is called customize theme. You click the icon. When you click the icon, you see this. That means you can change so many things on this page. You can change your color, you can change your background, you can change your font, you can change anything. But I want us to beautify this page first by putting an header. So you can say choose image from this side. You'll see what's pop up, and we have so many images here. If you're working on work and school, there's an image for that. If you're working on birthday, you see image. Working on food and dining, you see image. Parties, you see image. And if you look at this now and you discover that there is no appropriate image to use for us, you can then go to upload. And go to upload, you click on browse. When you click on browse, you know where you save your image. Like mine, I save it on desktop. I'll click on desktop, then I'll look for one of the image I want to use. Yes, I've seen one, pebble. Yes, I'll pick it. After picking it, it will appear. I can just try to adjust it. After adjusting it, then I'll say done. I'll click on done. So it will change the entire page now. So you can see that it's looking a little bit nice. So now after doing this, you can still do some other thing, but I just want to leave it at this stage. Then I'll close the custom theme. After doing my customization, then I can now go straight to the question. You click on this question. Since I'm working on registration form, I know in the registration form there's most of the questions we ask. The first thing is you ask name. The good thing about this Google form is that the moment you put your question, it will automatically gives you an option. And you can see now that the name has given me an option of short answer. They have so many options there, but it has given me an option of short answer. So I'll leave it like that as short answer. And if you look at this place, you'll see that there is an icon called duplicate. If I want to duplicate the question, there's an icon delete if I want to delete it entirely. And there is also an icon that is called required. Required means if I click on this required, it means that your participant must answer this question before going to the next question. That's what it means. And you see these three dotted line. When you click on this dotted line, you can change your option. You can decide to change your option, that is description or response validation. We'll be looking at that later. So now the next thing we do now is we go to add question, because I want to add another question. So let me now put age now. It will also give me an option, but I don't want this option. No, let me still leave it as short answer, but I would need to add a response validation to this. Age, I want my age to be in number. Then again, I don't want it to be greater than. I want it to be an old number. And I can as well put a custom error test. This custom error test means that I just want to tell my participant to make sure that it's an old number. If it's not an old number, it should not accept it. So I'll just say you must use an old number. Then after then, I click on required because I want this question to be answered like this as well. So after that, I'll go to another question. I want to ask another question. Let me put gender. Gender too will automatically give you an option which is multiple choice, because we have two choice for that. You have male, then you click on add option, so automatically it gives you female. I want my participant to answer that question, this question as well, so I'll put required. So let me add another question. Let me put email. Let me put institution first. Institution. So institution is giving you short answer, but I can now change my option here because I know we have like 12 institutions. So I can now change my option to multiple choice as well. And we put some institutions there. Let me start by putting, Ebonyi State University. University of Ibadan. All Nations University. I should say university. Let's stop there. Then I want this one to be answered as well. I click on required. Then let me add another question. This time, let me put email address. So email address, and in this email address, I can as well get participant email address from my settings. From these settings, I can also get my participant email address, but I don't want to do that now. So I want to get it from here. So email address, I also want a short answer for that, but I will add a response validation. Email address will be in tests. Then I doesn't I'll click on doesn't contain. I'll tell you why. So I don't want this email address to contain any email from National Open University. That's why I'll now say doesn't contain at now.edu.ng. Then, as I said, custom error test. You must not use, you must not use at noun.edu.ng requires as well. So let's just leave it this way now. So the next thing we do now is that we go to our settings. So in our settings, you leave this one as it is because we don't want to make this form a squeeze. Then you go to responses, and your responses, the first thing you look at is that you notice that they click on the check this restrict to users in National Open University of Nigeria and its trusted organization. You know why this is so? If you are using a Gmail that has an organizational domain name, like what I'm using now, this is my own Gmail at noun.edu.ng, it will automatically restrict access to participants within this organization. So therefore, if you are also using your organization, your institution email, like I'm doing now, it will also do same. So what we need to do here is that we disable this button by clicking it. That is, we unchecked it. So that I can send this link to participants that are not using noun.edu.ng or your home institution domain email. So that's the essence of that. So on this, the second one is limit to one response. I'll click on limit to one because I just want a response from each participant. So I'll click on that. Then I'll click on all this. There is show progress bar, shuffle question order, and all that. You can leave all these ones. If you like, you can change this confirmation message, but I want to leave it that way. You can change if you like. Then after, you go to send to get your link. This is a link icon. You click on the link icon. You can see the link icon here. You can as well shorten this link icon. You can see that it has been shortened. Then you copy. When you copy the link, you can now send this link to your participant email address, or if they have a WhatsApp group, you drop the link there so that the participant can even fill this form from any part of the world. So after doing all that, you go to responses. If you have sent your link, here you can see 0 responses, but you will keep receiving responses. As you are receiving your responses, you'll be seeing the number here. Let's assume you want a target number. Maybe probably you want just 20 or 30 responses. Immediately you get that response, you can click on this to not accepting responses again. Anybody that click on the link will not be able to access it again. So that's what that one means. Then after, then you now go to this 3 dotted line. Then you click on download responses. When you click on download responses, it will now download your responses to your preferred download place. So after then, I think we are done. We have come to the end of this particular section, and I believe you have learned one or two things about how you can use Google Form to get data online. Thank you for watching, and we shall see in the online real-time facilitation on Thursday. God bless you.